What's happening, everybody? It's Jack here with Suburban Tactical Nation. Today I've got a really special unboxing from Alien Knives to share with you. Super excited to check out some of their folders. Last time we looked at a fixed blade, which is one of my favorite small EDC fixed blades now, and this is called the 2-Tank. I'll leave a link down in the description where you can go to his website and check that out and his other stuff. Plus, I'll leave a video that I did the review on for this, so you can check that out also. Most of you that have seen Alien Knives have probably seen his production model of the MIDI or his customs with finer materials. Super cool blade. I haven't had one in hand yet, but I am going to put a pre-order in for the DX2 MIDI, which is now in 14C28N steel and at a more affordable price. So all that said, let's go ahead and get into this unboxing and see what his folders are all about. So this is my most anticipated unboxing that I've ever done, because these are custom made knives, hand ground, handmade, and a lot of passion, creativity gone into these knives. I learned that firsthand by getting his fixed blade that I purchased. Now, I like this so much that I purchased his new model called the Raza. We're going to do that last, because special about this is his very own personal MX4 that he decided to gift me for the channel, and I am greatly appreciative for this. So let's go ahead and open this up and take a look at it, and we'll get to the Raza last. So he's got some stickers he's added in here, and his maker card. It looks like there's some paperwork in the back there. Check that out real quick. Pretty cool. Always love stickers. And we have the MX4, which is an 80 CRV2 for the steel, which is the same as the fixed blade I showed you on the last video. And we've got glow in the dark scales, which are really cool. Not too many people pulling that off these days with the scales, so I'm really digging that. The maker's card, you've got the company, Facebook, all the social medias, links you can find there, and then his signature on the card. And then we've got some paperwork here, basically his introduction and all that. Well, I'm not going to go through all that, but that's pretty cool. And then we've got the lanyard here, some 550 cord, and we've got that cool little skull. Looks like a 3D printed skull. That's awesome. And then we've got our folder here, and he left a little note inside of here saying, keep the pivot tight, don't take the knife apart, think twice before you cut, use it with common sense. So I would have to agree with that. And knowing that this is handmade, custom, and one of his earlier models, let's see what it says on the card there. It says the production was back in March, so this was probably one of his early models, maybe a prototype. Not really sure, but one thing I liked about this knife is the blade shape on this and the handle. I just had a feeling that the ergos would be really, really nice on this. Now, it's got a lock on it, but it's more towards the front, the middle of the front, instead of the back, so it's not technically a back lock. But I can tell you from having it in hand, it's got some really good ergos for sure. And that blade has got kind of about, looks like a pair of 3 almost, with as far as like the length and the shape of it, but it's got way more belly in it. So there's a pair of 3 there. And it's actually got a sharpening choil. It's got a wicked sharpening choil on this thing. But yeah, kind of similar to that, and it's got a deep grind on it. And most of his blades are hollow ground. With that sharpening choil, that's different. It's really nasty looking. But you notice on this blade steel, the 80 CRV2, he kept the natural scaling on it from the heat treat, which I think's really cool. I don't think I've seen anybody do that. So I do like this knife. I can tell you right off the bat though, this is definitely a slow roller. It's not a flipper knife, you know. You're not going to fling this out. You've got to like put some effort into pulling it out and shutting it. But it feels solid, you know. It's got a little bit of play in it, but once you get a grip on it and you're pulling, you know, you've got a nice tight grip, if it's not going to hinder your cutting or anything like that. So it's definitely a two-hand. You can slow roll it open, but you have to two-hand it shut. So this can definitely be a user blade, no doubt. You can definitely do a lot of tasks with this blade and all that belly. I mean, Voxnez, Jasper Voxnez does a lot of stuff with those type of bellies, and I'll show you real quick. And he is a fantastic designer himself, but you can see all that kind of belly there. This is very similar, that kind of idea, but you're going to get way more control with the size of this handle as opposed to this thing, much smaller. But this here is definitely way more unique in its own right, and it's pretty neat little folder, and you've also got a decent clip on it, not deep carry, but it's got a little flex to it. And these scales, I definitely like the glow scales. So I'm going to shut the light off real quick and let you see these glow scales in action here. Check that out. That's pretty awesome. So it's a pretty cool blade, very unique. Really like the idea and the design behind this. This will definitely be a conversation piece in my collection, no doubt. Let's go ahead and get into that Raza now. Alright, so let's pop this puppy open. We've got a hard shell case, two little latches. We've got some foam in there, and looks to be in microfiber cloth wrapped up. Let's check out the paperwork, see what he's got in here. Got the card and some more stickers. So this was made on July 8th. One of the main reasons, not only did I want this because of the titanium, but I wanted the CPM 154 on the blade steel. It's one of my favorite steels. And yeah, so this is super awesome. Can't wait to get this thing unraveled here. Alright. So this thing turned out really, really nice. I think it looks like a anodization on the titanium here. Really, really nicely done. I really like the look of this. It's almost got kind of a tiger stripe camo look to it. Really like that. And the blade seems to be kind of an acid wash, maybe. I'm not sure. It's done a really nice grind on this. This is hollow ground. Really nice edge. Nice tip. Nice thick stock on the blade. Loving that. Absolutely no play side to side. Let's close it. No up or down, no side to side, so it's super, super tough lockup. A little bit of lock stick there, but this is probably going to take a little time to work in. But this is definitely not a fidgety knife for sure. This is kind of a slow roller, but when it locks up, it's solid. Feels really good in hand, although there's not really any chamfering done on this. It's pretty straight edge all the way around, pretty squared off. But he did a little bit of work in here underneath, almost where your finger goes for as like a choil. And you can grab onto that. You see right there, I can get a full purchase on this as long as I'm all the way up underneath that tang there. And it's got I got a good grip on it. I don't think it's going to go anywhere if I'm going to use it for cutting. A little more serious cutting tasks, definitely get away with. And it's got a nice solid lock up on it. And the pocket clip seems to be not deep carry, but it does look good on it. I like the look of it. Whether or not it'll be a nice carry or not, I don't know. We'll find out. Go go over all that stuff when we do the full review on this. But I really do like how this thing turned out. I like the look of it. I like the blade. It's kind of a modified Wharncliffe, almost a reverse Tonto edge at the tip there, and you've got a real nice thick blade stock on this. It is tip up, right or left carry for the pocket clip. Got these nice thick handles on this in titanium. Really no milling or anything inside because it's so lightweight. It's not really necessary, and it's a real solid feel, solid piece. So I'm going to point out it is a little tough to open up with the thumb stud on the when you're carrying right side, because if you look, there's hardly anything to grab on because of the design. You've got such a big part on the frame lock there. If you've ever opened up a frame lock, most people know that, especially left-handed people, know that if you put any pressure on there, it's not going to want to pull out. That time I got it, but if you're pushing on that side of the frame, it's not going to want to open. So the Raza CPM 154 steel, 6AL 4V titanium clip, right or left, frame lock, thumb studs. Really solid little piece. I'm really glad I picked this up. Definitely one of a kind. I don't think too many people have this out there. These are in limited run, but you can go check his site out and see what he's all about and see what he's got on his shop available. And yeah, we'll get into the review on this next time. But until then, you guys have yourself a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.